Greetings everybody, this is the Trailer Dissector, dissecting entertainment trailers from the good to the bad. And guess what? Last week I talked about my top 5 movies that I will see in 2017 based off its trailers that I've watched. Now I'm going to tell you my top 5 movies that I will not see in 2017 based off its trailers. Okay, here we go. Here is the list. Shall we begin? Number 5, The Mummy. No, not the awesome Brendan Fraser mummy. I'm talking about the Tom Cruise mummy. Well, after watching the trailer, it doesn't give details of what this reboot mummy is. We already know the female mummy, Princess Ahmet. All I see is modern day military man picking up a sarcophagus, Tom Cruise and his hot babe flying on a plane, and everything went haywire. Tom Cruise screaming like a little bitch. That scream is very, very awkward, and once Tom Cruise made that scream, I'm not gonna see it. No, wait. Then Dr. Jekyll, played by Russell Crowe, says about welcome to the world of gods and monsters. I like the concept of a female mummy being a villain, but what Universal's trying to do is they're trying to catch in an Avengers-like shared universe with Universal's monsters, with the Mummy, Count Dracula, Dr. Jekyll versus Mr. Hyde, Invisible Man, Frankenstein, the creature from the Black Lagoon, Bride of Frankenstein, but after watching the trailer, I don't think Universal Cinematic Universe will have a chance, because you're not getting my money. I'll probably watch it on Netflix in 2020. So, sorry, Mummy. Thumbs down. Number 4. Saban's Power Rangers. I've been a huge fan of Power Rangers as a kid. Children's action show with Japanese footage and splice it together with American footage. I love the toys and I love the action. Well, the Mighty Morphin toys, which I have it to this day. So after watching the trailer and my expectations are low right now because even though it's a reboot, but it could be good, but it could be bad. After watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles CGI reboot, it was so Michael Bay. Out of the Shadows was a huge improvement, but it was too little too late. Michael Bay kind of destroyed my childhood on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, we get to see Jason, Trini, Zach, and Kimberly, and Billy. Jason's white, Zach's Asian, Kimberly is not a valley girl, but a tomboyish, Trini's Mexican, and Billy's black. I know people want to see the Black Ranger black and the Yellow Ranger Asian, but we're in PC society. It's a reboot. It may be okay for you in the 90s, but today's standard, it's not okay. But the only good thing I'll see about Power Rangers is Elizabeth Banks' Rita Repulsa, where she says,
I've killed Rangers before.
It's a very good twist. We didn't see Zordon, but after seeing the Megazord at Alpha, as much as I love Power Rangers, but my expectations are low. Number 3, Baywatch. I wasn't much of a fan of Baywatch in the 90s. I did watch a few episodes now and then. Well, the ones with Pamela Anderson, but after watching the trailer of Baywatch, Dwayne Johnson is a great actor, very charismatic, but it's beefcakes and babes. That's what it is, beefcakes and babes. So basically it's a comedy over that soap opera 90-ish. What they're trying to do is they're trying to cash in that 21 Jump Street. They're going to turn TV dramas into movie reboot comedies. It could work, but I'm not looking forward to see it. But even though the director of Horrible Bosses and The King of Kong is on board, but it didn't get my attention. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch it. Maybe I'll just rent it. Who knows? Well, I could always watch the 90s cheesy version of Baywatch. David Hasselhoff, we miss you. And Pamela Anderson, we miss you. Number 2, Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. In 2002, when Vin Diesel was in the peak of his Hollywood stardom, instead of doing the Fast and the Furious sequels, he did Triple X. I watched it. It was fun when I first saw it, but after watching it over again, and as I get older, it sucked really big time. And don't talk about Triple X State of the Union with Ice Cube. That's also unabysmal. Yeah, no. But Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage. Do we really need a sequel to that? It's like 13, 14 years too late. We could have Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage back in 2005 or 2006 when X Games and action sports, extreme sports were so hot. But now With the age of the internet, with parkour, GoPro, and watching videos online, sure, we could see Xander Cage riding a motorcycle in the waves of the Dominican Republic, but popularity of the X Games has kind of died down since it became more mainstream. If you've seen the Fast and the Furious movies, you've seen this movie. So basically, it's Fast and the Furious with X Games. That's pretty much what Triple X is. I know they're trying to do a beyond James Bond, be better than James Bond, but James Bond is James Bond. But Triple X, Xander Cage will always be Xander Cage. You're no James Bond, okay?
There are no more patriots, just rebels and tyrants.
So which are you?
I'm Triple X.
Even though we get to see Donnie Yen kicking ass, but I'm predicting doom of this movie. It's doomed to fail. Sorry, Triple X. Vin Diesel, stay with the Fast and Furious movies. Before we get to our number one, here are my dishonorable mentions. Kong Skull Island. After watching the trailers and leaks of Kong Skull Island, I was hoping to be a remake of the 1930s King Kong or even the Peter Jackson's version of King Kong. This takes place in the 1970s. We have Samuel Jackson, Loki, and Captain Marvel, stranded military and civilians trapped in Skull Island, and they encountered huge giant creatures and King Kong himself. This is supposed to be a crossover between Godzilla and King Kong. Yes, we're gonna have a King Kong versus Godzilla crossover. Oh yeah, another dishonorable mention is Fast 8. I enjoyed the Fast and Furious franchise, well basically the original Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, and somewhat Furious 7. But Fast and Furious 8, or Fast 8, I'm not looking forward to that.
I will beat you like a Cherokee drum.
It's not the same without Paul Walker. They should have ended with Fast and Furious 7, and that would have been it. Franchise is over, it's done. They ended it perfectly, but more money coming in, more sequels get made. Sorry, that's Hollywood business. And it will not stop until the money comes down and box office flops. And they reboot the entire franchise. And my number one movie that I will not see in 2017 is Ghost in the Shell. Okay. I've talked about the whole whitewashing rant of Ghost in the Shell about Scarlett Johansson, a white actress, playing a Japanese character, Major Mojo Kusanagi, but it's now called The Major. But after watching the trailer, it had some good action. It looks like a shot-by-shot remake of Ghost in the Shell. The reason why I will not watch it is because it looks stupid. I love the 1995 anime movie of Ghost in the Shell, but this is not Ghost in the Shell. It's like a carbon copy. It's going to be PG-13 watered down. And this whole whitewashing rant is like way out of hand. And it's still going on to this day. Even the creators of Ghost in the Shell are trying to justify this whole whitewashing thing with adding multicultures. We got Asian people, we got Japanese people, Chinese people, black people, European people, even Americans in it. But after watching the trailer and the whole internet backlash, I'm not going to see it. So there you have it. I'm not going to see Ghost in the Shell. So that is my top 5 movies I will not see in 2017 based off its movie trailers. If you have a movie that you will not see based off its movie trailers, go ahead and comment below. Until then, this is the Trailer Dissector, dissecting entertainment trailers from the good to the bad.